Hey Giovanni, it's Lauren. I hope that you're having a good day today. So I wanted to read you a story this week called Sidney's Glasses, and it's written by Renee Carver. Sidney never remembered to clean his glasses. At first, his lenses were bright and clean. They sparkled in the sun. Sidney could see everything very well. Then one of his lenses got a smudge of mud on it. Then the other lens got half of a fingerprint on it. Then Sidney tripped while carrying his lunch, and both lenses got sprayed with drops of milk. Sidney couldn't see as well as he could before, but he could still see okay. He didn't clean his glasses. Then one of his lenses got a blotch of mustard on it. Then the other lens got a thumbprint on it. Then Sidney dropped his glasses behind the couch, and both lenses got covered in dust. Now Sidney couldn't see very well, but he could still see some. He didn't clean his glasses. Then one of his lenses got a smear of chocolate on it. Then the other lens got a paw print on it. Then Sidney poked his head under his bed to find his baseball mitt, and both lenses got covered in cobwebs. Now Sidney could barely see at all. However, it was time for his baseball game, and he was late. He didn't clean his glasses. Look at all this stuff on them. Sidney stood in the outfield. His lenses didn't sparkle in the sun. They were covered with gunk. Crack! The batter hit the ball hard. Sidney squinted up at the sky. He saw the ball sailing over his head. Sidney ran backward. He couldn't see the ball. He couldn't see anything. His glasses were too dirty. Splash! Sidney fell into a pond. He scrambled to his feet. He rubbed his glasses on his wet uniform and put them back on. He looked down. Floating next to him was the ball. But at least he could see again. So that was the story. I hope you liked it. I thought it was kind of funny. So just a couple of questions about the story. So the first one is, why isn't Sidney able to catch the baseball? So I think you know this answer, but I'll give you a minute to think about it just in case. So Sidney can't catch the baseball because he can't see. He can't see through his dirty glasses. For the first half of this story, we were told all the bunch of stuff they got on them, so it just kept building up, and he didn't clean them, before he went to the game because he was in a hurry. So he couldn't even see the ball to catch it. So, why can Sidney finally see better at the end of the story? so he can finally see better because he couldn't see the baseball or the pond, so he fell in. So even though he didn't catch a baseball and even though he accidentally fell in the pond, his glasses got wet when he fell in the pond, and to dry them off, he used his uniform, and so when he used the water and he wiped his glasses, that finally was him able to clean them. So then he could see. Then he could see the ball. And the last question is, after falling in the pond, how do you think Sidney felt? So he probably felt a couple different ways. He probably felt surprised because he obviously didn't notice that he was falling into the pond. So he probably felt a little surprised, maybe a little scared because you don't know what's in the pond. He probably also felt a little embarrassed, right? Because he was probably playing with all of his friends or teammates and felt a little embarrassed that he fell in the pond. So probably kind of all those things. But then he also, probably felt like, in a way a little bit happy because it finally helped him clean off his glasses. So even he said at least he could see now. So that was cool. Well, I hope you like this week's story, and I miss our reading sessions together, but hopefully you're at least able to enjoy these stories from your house. And I hope you and your family are all doing good and staying safe. All right, talk to you later. Bye.